At this time, it brings us to our public participation. And I would remind those that have signed up that the board welcomes and encourages public participation. We respectfully ask that you adhere to the procedures and decorum provided in board policy, BEDH, public participation in meetings. Your comments will be limited to 3 minutes, and questions asked during public participation and placed in writing receive a written response in a timely manner. So with that, we have our only person signed up, Kim Murphy. Ms. Murphy.
Good evening. Last week there was a very good article in the state newspaper regarding teacher retention. In fact, one of our very best teachers, Vanessa Torres, who won the Millikan Award, was quoted. Paying teachers more competitive pay and incentives, teacher assistance to allow teachers to focus on education, more training and support, etc., might help attract more teachers and retain them. But according to the article, a major factor that drives teachers out of the classroom is a lack of respect and evaluation inside and outside of schools. The culture has sure changed since education started in this country long ago, back when a child was taught by their parents, the pastor, and the very respected and honored teacher. I'm sharing this article because even here in District 5, in spite of your glowing report tonight, there is an issue with teacher retention. It seems there may be a culture at the leadership level that undervalues the importance of the job teachers have in educating our young folks, the very purpose of this school district's existence. One example, every year before the district's budget is approved, the district holds a required public hearing. And every year, District 5 increases its budget. And every year, District 5 represents, we must increase the budget because we have to pay our teachers, keep our student-teacher ratio low, pay our utility bills, and pay our resource officers. And it never fails. It's represented, we have no choice but to increase taxes because the state doesn't give us enough money. And we will have no choice, and we have no money to pay teacher increases. This repeats year after year. But after a simple review of your financial statements, what is being represented does not appear to be the case. The annual increase in the budget is not being used for what has been represented at those public hearings. It's not going into the classroom. This is significant. Between 2005 and 2016, the most current financial report, District 5's expenditures increased by $63 million. That's huge, particularly with only a fractional increase in enrollment. But of even more importance to the matter of the value of teachers, the main reason you say has caused the budget to increase, is that of that $63 million, 38% of it, which is equivalent to $24 million, went into the district's rainy day fund, where it is now being used to buy land on Amos Ferry Road and for building schools. $24 million of our tax dollars was set aside to use on other things without informing the public and at the expense of giving teachers and administrators what is needed to help them in the classroom or even a minute pay raise. Our children are the future of our country. While we do many things well, we must do better. It's time for the focus to be put back on education
Ms.
and our
Murphy,
teachers,
you need to
not
wrap
building
it up.
schools.
You're not exactly, you're over your time limit.
But not building
Thank you.
schools or new positions at the district office. Thank you for your
Thank you. That brings us to our item number 13, which is action as necessary or appropriate on matters discussed in executive session.